Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your evolving host, Shorty. And I've done that thing which I keep telling myself I shouldn't do anymore, which is I review something and then halfway through I'm like, I'm buying this. It's one of the issues of reviewing comic books, and you happen to just love comic books. It's why it's kind of rare that I really go like heavy negative on comic books when I'm reading them. Yeah, there's one of the stuff I don't particularly like and stuff I wouldn't read, but I try and find the things about it that I think other people might enjoy. In this particular case, we're talking about Scotty Young, and I'm going to get him here, Jorge Corona's The Me You Love in the Dark, which is a nice bit of gothic horror. Haunted house, brilliant kind of stuff. They don't really hide that very much, like haunted housing, right on the top there. Haunted-looking woman, almost all in black. The easel there with the unused art supplies, but a very used glass of wine, and the creepy fingers coming in. That kind of visual storytelling is going to be mostly what makes this comic book great for you if you're going to like it. I am not going to take a single thing away from Scott Young and how good a writer he is. I've enjoyed the work he's done before, but I've never really picked anything up. It's always been more of a casual, this is fun. I Hate Fairyland. Big old laughs with that. Bully Wars. Really nice inventive page layout. So that one, really well written. But they were all just kind of fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm opposed to fun, but sometimes I just want a little bit more. Like with the amount of comic books out there, something that I can read and enjoy and put down and not think about again for a while isn't necessarily something I'm going to put some money into. Simply because there are so many comic books out there, and if I could buy them all, I would. But The Me You Love in the Dark, the writing in it is effectively what moves the story forwards. It's not necessarily the greatest kind of device for building character I've seen. It's good. It manages it. It tells you quite a little bit about the only 3-4 characters with any dialogue by their dialogue choices. But it never really, in this first issue, gets under the skin of anything. Sorry, I always do this. Somebody just commented and I've replied. I have no idea if anyone else can see that comment has come up. But it gives you a sense that they are going to build up to something. And that is really, really good indeed. What it does better than that is the artwork. And Jorge Corona, I've already tagged in an Instagram post to let them know that just one panel was enough. Because it's the kind of visual storytelling which doesn't need to do much, but does everything I need it to. And it's just this panel here. Now, in and of itself, that really doesn't show you too much. It's quite nice. It's nice perspective. Not quite 100% perfect, but I like that. You can see again the painting supplies that are not used very much, and the blank canvas. But the fact that that panel exists at the bottom of the page, where they've taken some time to show the passage of time. In fact, over several pages, you actually get a sense of days, if not weeks. At one point, it actually says it has been weeks, but this is after this point. You already know that going in, which is the same as not drawing motion lines. Let the artwork do it for you. You don't need to spell everything out. Trust in your audience to actually grab hold of the ideas you're putting down and take them in, and use that kind of storytelling rather than, and 3 days later, there's a little caption at the top. It's unnecessary when you're this good. And they are very good. There's another little bit of visual storytelling they do, which I absolutely adore. You see the little white snaky thing there? That is music. If you think of it as like a piano, that's how I kind of imagine it. The keys with the white and the black, ebony and ivory. And there's also a weird little addition there. I'm not sure if you get the detail on it on a webcam, but there's fingerprints involved in that art. And I personally thought that might just be a motif of what the artist was going to be doing, to show kind of an organic nature to the artwork, because an awful lot of it is very crisp and very clear. Architecturally astounding. Wonderful use of 3-point perspective. Putting in that kind of naturalistic or hand-done look, I think, added to it a little bit. It turns out it isn't. There's lots of other little ways Jorge does this throughout the comic book. It's a lack of perfection, but not in any way that's bad. Like, again, the perspective is absolutely perfect. There's occasional bits where, like, the crosses on the leaded windows don't quite look like you'd expect them to. Like, they may have been installed by somebody who wasn't doing a great job at it. He shows that as a way of making sure you know that this is organic storytelling. This is not all computer generated and colored. It's all by hand, and it looks fabulous for it. I'm going to show you the haunted house the first time you see it now, because it's the first splash page. And it's a title page. I absolutely love it. and who's put one of the points of perspective behind the art. So everything is kind of like dragged away to a certain degree, which means the stuff at the front looms really effectively. Absolutely love it. There's a moment where a woman is running, and it's just a simple one panel thing, but you can see from the motion she is in, you don't need to have motion lines. Hugely confident art and writing which almost but not quite lives up to it. Still, for me, that is a definite must. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on one and want to experience some absolutely amazing Gothic Americana horror, give it a shot. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got Not All Robots, which is one I've got on my own pull list. I'm really looking forward to it. So until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.